Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Everything NYJ. I am one of your hosts, Gino, and this is Liam. Woo!
What's going on, everybody? Gino!
And we are back. We finally got some kinks out of the way, and now we are back in session. Liam, take it away, brother.
What's going on, everybody? Episode number 27 of the Everything NYJ podcast. It feels so good to be back, man. I haven't done an official podcast in so long. We've had our short videos here and there. But like I said, man, a lot of kinks. Feels really good to be back, though, man. June, not a whole lot of overreactions with the Jets. We have OTAs and stuff. But before we get into that, I just wanted to mention that you could follow us on Twitter at EverythingNYJ. You could follow us on Instagram at _EverythingNYJ. And actually, we have a Facebook account now, too. Gino, what is the Facebook account?
It's Gino Antonio Pagano. You can either add me as a friend or you can follow me. I do constant updates on that and also Instagram as well. It's going well. We're just trying to keep it up.
It's great, man. If you guys like the video today, give it a thumbs up. If you guys would be so kind just to share the video, subscribe to it, that would help us out tremendously. Thank you guys. We've thanked you guys plenty of times. I want to thank you guys one more time for just all your help, all your support, getting us to this point that we can kind of create this kind of content for you guys. And I promise you guys, as the season goes along, as we get further involved, we're going to have so much great content for you guys. It's going to be unbelievable. And I'm glad that all of you guys are going to be here for this ride with us, man.
It's going to be awesome. We've been through a lot getting to this point, and finally we got things coming our way and things finally progressing, and it's going to be awesome. I know in September 11th, I'm going to the home opener with Liam, and I am ecstatic for my first Jets home game at MetLife. It's going to be a great weekend.
It's the home opener is always the best game of the year. It's the most exciting game of the year. I'm super pumped for you, man. Your first game as a Jets fan. Imagine, I went to my first Jet game at 4, and and just
I'm jealous.
I'll never forget it though, man. You will nenever forget it though. It's all right. You don't live in the area, For you to go to New Jersey from St. Louis, it's not easy. It's not easy for me sometimes, and I'm an hour and a half away. But
yeah, exactly.
Just wanted to mention real quick, my boy Darrelle Revis repping his Pro Bowl jersey, going to the Ring of Honor. Super excited about that. Nick Mangold to Brickishaw Ferguson. I met Nick Mangold last year. Great guy. I've met the Brickishaw Ferguson when I was about 10 years old. Super. I never met Revis though. I've seen Revis. I used to go to the practices at Hofstra and everything, but never had a chance to talk to him. But Revis, and the very slim chance that you are watching, I'm repping you, buddy.
I am repping Curtis Martin. I love Curtis
All-time
Martin
great.
and guy's jersey recently, and guy's a legend in the background. I just got this bad boy, Joe Namath.
Ooh,
it's my boy.
Like
love him. And right next to me is my Wing Corbett one.
Nice. Guys, Gino is the man for anything Jets memorabilia and everything. He sells some stuff too. If you guys ever want to hit him up, I'm sure you could bargain with him or something, right, Gino? Don't you sell a lot of Jets stuff?
I love selling to Jets fans, and I love I give them discounts as well, or sometimes what I think is the right price. But I always try to work with people. Always.
Yeah,
I never scam people. They're always legit and authenticated. So yeah.
Perfect. Jets fans helping Jets fans, man. Love to see it. All right, so Let's get into some of the news that's going on.
Take it away.
OTAs are here. I think the biggest story coming out of OTAs is Mekhi Becton. Mekhi Becton, he's not at OTAs right now because it's optional, but Mekhi Becton will be at Jets minicamp, 100% guaranteed. I think the biggest story with that is, first of all, what kind of shape is he going to be in? Because people have just been ridiculing this guy, and I don't really understand. I can't remember a time where Jets fans have hated on a player that's currently on the team. I understand the Jamal Adams hate and a couple other fans, a couple other players I should say, but Mekhi Becton, he's our guy. He's still on the team.
Right.
We knew he was coming back. It was a freak injury, and his rookie year when he got injured a couple times, I knew that was because Adam Gase was kind of throwing him in when he shouldn't have been playing. I think back to that Denver game, that Thursday night game with the shoulder injury. But yeah, obviously, GVR falls on Mekhi Becton's ankle week 1. and they say it's going to be a 6 to 8 week injury, I believe it was, and it turns into the whole season. And then after the season, he's still not ready. And
Right.
then he has the baby, which is completely understandable. Congratulations, Mekhi Becton, and your little family. That's awesome, man. Um,
Amen.
he's gonna have to meet with the media. I'm sorry, Gino. What were you saying?
No, amen. And Mims, Denzel Mims, people giving him, some crap and scrutiny lately, and he had when he ate some fish, I think it was
Yeah,
last
the bad
year.
salmon.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
salmon is a salmon, and
yeah.
it was just it. I mean, I could tell, he was kind of slowly declining with with health issues and just things he's got going on in life, but he is ripped now, and I cannot wait to see him back and see what
They're
he's got
saying
to
he's in the
prove.
best shape of his playing career. He's got to
Amen.
come back like a man on a mission. He's, this is a do or die year for him, honestly. If he doesn't really show up in preseason and training camp and everything, he might not even be on the opening day roster. Like Salah's not going to come out, obviously, and the coaching staff, they're not going to come out and say we don't like this guy, but
Right.
he's not a coaching favorite. He's not.
Right.
I don't know what the deal is. He showed plenty of flashes his rookie year, and even early on in last year, I remember he had like that one pass for like 26 yards, something like that, reception. But there was points, where the Jets were just decimated with injuries, and he was getting passed on the depth chart by guys like Jeff Smith and a couple other guys, and
Right.
he couldn't see the field. I don't know what is. He's got to come back like a man on a mission. Salah even said that some guys, like, once they get that payday, because a lot of these guys, they come from poverty. They've never rubbed two nickels together. All of a sudden, these guys are getting millions of dollars in their bank account. They get a little comfortable. But then once you realize, like, a couple $1 million, really not a lot of money. Like, you could live, I guess, off guys like you and I, but like, you want
Right.
those new cars, you want the new house, you want the chains. I get it. Like, that
I
money's
get
gonna
it.
go quickly,
You,
and
you
you
work
don't
hard for your money.
absolutely you exactly. You work so hard, and like, once you get to that stage, once you get to the NFL, you don't want to be riding the bench. Everybody, I hear a lot of people always saying like, "Oh, like, I would love to be like a backup to the NFL." Like, no, like, once you're getting there, like, you want to perform, you want to play, and
Agreed.
if you're getting passed on the depth chart by guys that that you're more talented than, that would piss me off personally. I'm hoping it pisses off him, and I want to see him come back. I want to see him be a stud wide receiver, because I think it'll really be cool. But like, he's got to come back. He's got to work his tail off. He's been doing all the right things so far in the off season. Staying away from fish, hopefully, and
Sure.
whatever else.
Yeah, and Joe Douglas and Salah, they still like him. I mean, they've been rooting for him, and they love him, especially Joe, because that's his draft pick. And
Right, right, right.
he's been so good with that. And I just want to give a shout out to Truman. Truman, thank you
Yep.
for listening and staying with us live. I know me and you've been commenting on Instagram together, and I agree with you. All of our draft picks has been a grand slam home runs, especially with the Gardner and Clemens. I agree with you. And we ain't playing around free. We are not playing around in free agency. We are not playing around in this draft. We
Not
kill
doing
this
it.
draft. We kill
Not
free
doing it.
agency.
Not playing
And
around.
it's not done with. It's not
That's
over
right.
with. I mean, we can still go to home opener and you can pick up a guy or trade a guy. You never know. But his
I love Michael Clemens. I was telling you guys about this earlier.
yeah.
He's, no offense to him, but he's a freak. He is a complete psychopath. I love it though. Salah says all the time, like, he goes into like this dark place. I love it, man. I want guys just gonna punch you in the face, man. Just
Yeah.
lay a guy out, crack somebody.
I agree.
Clemens is awesome, man. I hope he gets a lot of starting reps this year. I love him. He's like one of my personal favorites on the team. But yeah, man, Sauce Gardner, like, super hyped
He's not
for him,
afraid
man.
to talk, not afraid to put people in his place. He's a future captain, in my opinion.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
also,
He might even be a captain by the end of the year.
I hope so. And I want to answer Truman's question. Is it a wild card, a fantasy? Are we being disrespected by saying that we will get that number 1 overall pick in 2023's draft? You know what? Is it a fantasy? I mean, I think we could do it. I think we can get a wild card spot. I know people have been
absolutely.
giving. I think people are giving us crap still, and they always will until we prove them wrong. I think. but also to get 2003 to be in the top 5 in 2003. You just never know.
2023.
Yeah, in 2023. Sorry, 2023.
2003.
Jeez. I think it's possible, but at the same time, a lot of people are very positive about the Jets, especially with analysts and stuff on a number of stations. I know Stephen A. Smith has given us crap. I know Brady Quinn has given us crap. But it's all noise. We just got to go out there and prove them wrong, get that second place, get that wild card, or go number 1. Who knows? In the NFL, you never know. We weren't even supposed to beat the Bengals last year, and we weren't supposed to beat the Tennessee Titans last year, but we did. You never know. So
Found
I
a way,
think
man.
is it a fantasy? No, I think we could do it. I think we can do it. But also with overall pick of 2023, maybe. Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah, hopefully not, man. Like, honestly, though, talking about like a wild card and everything, going in, like we knew the Bengals were going to be a decent team. Obviously Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, they got some players, Mixon. But if somebody were to tell me that they were going to be playing in the Super Bowl last year at this time, I probably wouldn't have believed it. I would have, I would have thought, maybe like a 10-11 win team, but going to the Super Bowl, man, that's freaking crazy. Anything could happen, man. Anybody can beat anybody. We hung in there with, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and it came down to one of the last plays in the fourth quarter, and Tom Brady just does Tom Brady things, That's just the way it is. But, man, like, we have some talent on this team. There's no reason that maybe we can't get especially with the extra wild card spot now, there's no reason that we can't sneak in, man. I seriously believe that.
Oh, I agree. And Truman asked the question: Is there any NFL free agent or trade that we should seriously consider?
There's been a lot of talk about Quan Alexander.
Yeah, there's been talks with him and that guy from the Bengals. I don't know his last name, but I've heard him popping up. I've heard a few D tackles kind of going in there, but I've also heard about some cuts too with Rankins and Curry on defense. Yeah. I would love to keep them still personally. I would love to keep them, but as for trades, I just get someone on defense. That's all I care about. Offense, leave alone. But I would just say get someone big at the linebacker position. What about you, Liam?
Definitely. I think we do need a little bit of depth at the offensive tackle position. The offensive line's a little thin right now. Mekhi Becton or George Fant go down, then we're a little screwed. I'd like to see a little bit more, but Truman also says, as a Notre Dame fan, the Brady Quinn jab stung an extra little bit. Hey, I'm a Notre Dame fan myself.
I agree with you, man.
As a Notre, and a lot of people can argue that he flopped in the NFL. So guys like Brady Quinn, talking, it's just. Oh, the big thing is too, like even like with Stephen A.
Yeah,
he didn't even. I remember like he doesn't follow the Jets. He hears the Jets have sucked for years. He's calling Saleh, he's calling him Salah. He was calling P. Ryan Perian. Like he doesn't know these guys. You can't. If they're not a Jets fan, I'm not even listening to them. That's the way you got to.
He's gonna go after any Cowboy, anything.
So, yeah. Stick to basketball, man. I mean, that's his job as a reporter, but he's not wrong though. Until we start winning, these outside people, they're not going to take us seriously. We know what's going on at One Jets Drive because we know the players. We follow this team year in and year out for decades now.
Right.
A lot of us are grandfathered in. Our grandfathers were fans. Our fathers were fans. Our uncles, our cousins, like me.
All over the world.
So we know. Yeah, we know the state of the Jets. But for somebody that's not a Jets fan, because the Jets, are they really desirable to watch? Let's be honest. Like, does anybody want to watch like Adam Gase a couple years ago? The Jets going 2-14. I don't want to watch that. I was hammered by halftime. I couldn't watch that. So I don't blame him. But until we start winning, he's not wrong. People are just going to disrespect us. But as somebody like a Stephen A., like if you're going to be talking about something, you should probably do your research on it.
Yeah. And I just want to say, no disrespect to Stephen A. We just respectfully disagree with you. We respectfully disagree with you, but it's just we have faith. We have been a losing organization for years. And we have faith after this draft in the last 3 years that Joe Douglas has been here. We have faith, and that's all anything could do is we have faith that we can turn this around this year.
The organization has come a long way. You remember when they fired Adam Gase? Mike McCagnon, and Adam Gase was the interim general manager.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Adam Gase, general manager of the New York Jets. The only good thing that Adam Gase has ever done was bring in Joe Douglas.
True that.
Oh my God. But we've come a long way, man. And Joe Douglas is far from over. The team is far from perfect the way it is now. Our buddy Truman says Stephen A. Smith is literally a bozo clown, the president of bandwagon sports fan clubs. Everyone sleeps on us. He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. You're not wrong.
He's not wrong. We know the truth though, man. So anyway, getting back on topic here a little bit. So Mekhi Becton, what are your expectations from him in minicamp? Do you think he's going to start having, is he going to go in like working with the ones? Do you think they're going to ease him in? What do you think, Gino?
They're going to ease him in, I think. They're going to ease him in slowly because they don't want to put pressure on getting him that injury, re-injured again. At least I would, especially how early it is. I think they're more going to be focused on the backups more than the starters. I feel like it just seems like it's going in that direction, especially when you get everybody back and under the same roof, under the same coach's room and stuff. I think they're just going to slowly ease everybody, especially Mims and especially Becton. And I just think overall you're going to see a different 2-year start for the 2-year stars like Ashton Davis. And also, we got to see what we're going to get back from Joyner and Corey Davis.
Oh, yeah.
They were injured all last year. I mean, they probably only played maybe 1 or 2 games, maybe 3 or 4, but they didn't play much because they got injured. I want to see what happens with that. That's where I want things to slowly turn the tables here. And just real quick, I just want to give a shout out to our Cuban listeners, people from Europe, Germany, England, all over the United States. We appreciate your support. We love you guys. We can't wait to meet you on the home opener. And just anybody, come up to us. We'd love to talk to you. It's good stuff.
We're going to be doing some we'll be walking around at the home opener for sure. We'll definitely hit up Gotham City and a couple other guys. If you guys are going to be at the game, let us know. Hit us up, comment, whatever. Like Gino said, I'd love to meet a lot of you guys, man. It's super cool, interacting with the Jets fans. It's cool, like when you talk to everybody on social media, but then when you actually meet the person behind, the XYZ Twitter account, it's pretty cool to see to meet the person, definitely.
And also, we'll give updates on Garrett Wilson. We heard he was limping off. For the last throw with Zach Wilson. We'll see the updates on Elijah Moore. Heard he wasn't at practice today.
He was there, but he's on the sidelines.
We'll continue to monitor that, and also CJ Uzama with his injury as well. And then
Ruckert.
Ruckert as well. We'll continue to give you updates with all that.
Actually, Lawrence Cager is playing tight end now. For those of you who did not know.
Wow, look at that!
I thought he was going to be a star. I remember a couple of years ago, he was like a breakout star in training camp.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I hope he continues to do well.
So with Lawrence Cager, with Uzama, with Conklin, do you see Kenny Yeboah making the team?
It's tough. It's tough in my opinion because there's going to be so much competition right there.
The tight end position has been overhauled.
Maybe it'll be special teams, maybe. But it's just going to be really tough. They're really high on their tight ends right now, as we should be, especially with the wide receiver and running backs. It's just going to be tough overall, especially on offense. On defense, I feel like there's going to be more room for people to make the team. But if you're on offense, it's going to be a little bit more tough.
Offense seems to be the best that it's been in years so far. I mean, obviously, these guys haven't proved a damn in the NFL yet, but it's pretty exciting, man. You're hearing a lot of the veterans, guys like Whitehead and DJ Reed. they all wanted to come here because, especially like Whitehead, he's coming from a Super Bowl winning team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Right.
I don't know if you heard about this. What sold him was him playing the Jets last year, hanging in there. Braxton Berrios having a great game. Zach Wilson having probably the best game of his career up to that point. Super exciting, man. But I'm just thinking though, I'm kind of wondering if Lawrence Cater should have stayed a wide receiver, because the wide receiver position is obviously a major upgrade to what it used to be. But I feel like we're still a little thin there. So let's go over it real quick. So we have Corey Davis, we have Elijah Moore, we have Garrett Wilson, we have Braxton Berrios. I'm sure I'm missing a couple, but like I'm saying, like the big four right there. Denzel Mims, I am missing a couple. I don't have the roster right in front of me.
And Smith.
But
Smith as well.
yeah, yep, Smith, yep. I just feel like maybe he should have stayed a wide receiver. I can't see Lawrence Cager getting any tight end reps this year. I just don't think, not to discount Lawrence Cager, I think he's a very talented player, but I don't think he's on the same level as like a CJ Azuma or a Tyler Conklin or even a Jeremy Rucker by that.
Yeah, I like I said earlier, I think it's just going to be hard. I mean, especially when I was the wide receiver tight end position. I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for anybody to make this team.
Oh, absolutely.
But
absolutely.
I think it's just going to be interesting for a while.
Right. Do you think there's going to be any surprise cuts that maybe we're not expecting right now?
I'm worried about Curry. I'm worried about Curry. I really want Curry to make a bounce back.
If Denzel Mims doesn't like really light up the world on fire, are you expecting him to be a surprise cut?
Who?
Denzel Mims.
I think we're going to trade him if we're not going to cut him.
And then even looking at like the running back position, I don't see how somebody like LaMichael Pirine and even Ty Johnson make the team this year.
I agree with the 1-2 punch with Hall and Carter, and then they're going to keep Tevin Coleman for sure. I think they're going to keep him. I think either Johnson or Pirine, if they make the team, it would be special teams, but or they could do it on this practice squad in case someone gets injured, because it seems like a lot of running backs and wide receivers get injured nowadays, especially with the way especially with the Jets history, we get injuries all the time.
I think we still have Austin Walter, by the way. Do you remember Austin Walter, the Houston Texans?
Oh, wow.
I believe so.
Wow.
Forgot about him.
Wow.
There's certain guys that like P. Ryan, like halfway through the season, I saw his name pop up on Twitter, and I kind of forgot about him. I'm like, oh yeah, like P. Ryan. It's like these certain guys that just hide on the practice squad, and they're just so deep on the depth chart that it's crazy, man. Obviously, we need the backup though, but
we need to keep backups. I think we just need it.
Right.
So with our injury history, we just need it.
Right. So Zach Wilson, our quarterback, QB1, our man, he went 5 for 7 in 11-on-11 drills and OTAs, which mean absolutely nothing. He's in a t-shirt and shorts, so don't overthink anything of it. 1 interception on the final drive.
Right.
How we feeling about our man ZW?
Zach, you love him or hate him. I've been getting mixed messages from Jets Nation. You either love him or hate him. Like I said, I know people still love Sam Darnold still. And I wish Sam all the best in the world. I also wish him all the best in the world. I wish Geno Smith with the Seahawks all the best in the world as well. But I think with Zach Wilson, I think we're seeing a different type of quarterback he is from transitioning from BYU to the NFL. In my personal opinion with him, he's impressed me. But I still think there is a lot more to go as for any second-year rookie. But he did all the right things in the offseason. And I'm very impressed on his work ethic. And I'm also just very impressed on how he traveled over the United States to throw to the tight ends, hang out with the running backs, wide receivers. He's done all the right things. And that's why I appreciate from a quarterback and how young he is with the leadership. You don't see veteran quarterbacks do that nowadays. I've heard Aaron Rodgers does stuff like that, which is really cool. But he's different. He's different. I hope he continues to have success. And if he doesn't, it just really is what it is. But I think it's good.
This is definitely going to be the telling year for him. Obviously, he's beefed up. He's beefy. as Robert Saleh described him.
Beefy.
Not really typically the way you would describe your quarterback, but not beefy in a bad way,
Right.
beefy in a good way. But I don't know if you listened to him. He was on the Exchange podcast with Mark Sanchez and Nick Mangold,
Yeah, I
and he
heard.
was just talking about eating. And he was a nutritionist. He's eating a lot of chicken, rice, and broccoli, and getting his protein shakes in and lifting. He's doing all the right things. Everything that you want your young rookie quarterback to do, he's done so far.
Right.
And
Agreed.
I think no matter what, it's gonna show on the field. If you put the time and if you put the energy and if you're passionate about it, you're gonna get the results. That it's gonna be. It would shock my mind if he doesn't come out a better quarterback than he was last year. And just Salah saying all that, obviously Salah would never throw him under the bus, but just he's reading the offensive quickly. It's he's been in a better situation already than Sam Darnold has ever been.
Agreed.
And
Amen.
it's good though because we obviously learned from our Sam Darnold mistakes. That poor kid. Like I like Sam. Like whatever.
I did. I did it. I know you did.
I believe I drank the Kool-Aid on him. When as a fan, when you've been drinking piss for the last 10 years watching the team, if you get a little bit of Kool-Aid, you take the Kool-Aid.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I mean,
I believed in him. But obviously,
not wrong.
I should say not that I didn't even believe in him. I wanted to believe in him. It's just if you had a little bit more talent around them, you don't know what's going to happen. But then again, like him on the Panthers, he has a couple other guys. He has DJ Moore, he has Robbie Anderson, his boy. And things still weren't going great. So maybe he's just not meant for the NFL. Who knows?
Who
Maybe he'll
knows?
be like a Ryan Fitzpatrick. Maybe he'll be a great backup for the next 20 years. Who knows?
Who
Bounce around from
knows?
17 different
But
teams.
we wish him the best of luck. I think ZW is
Absolutely.
definitely a lot better and in a better situation. The teammates love him. The front staff love him. Coaches,
Absolutely.
GM, they all love him. That's what you want. And Robert Saleh has created a good atmosphere and culture that we've never seen not never. We haven't seen in a long time.
Absolutely. And this isn't like a knock on Zach Wilson or anything like that. And like I don't think his career is on the line this year, but obviously
Yep.
it's going to be a big season for him. Like he needs to put up some numbers. I'm not saying top 10 quarterback in the NFL. I'm not saying he needs to make the Pro Bowl or anything, but this is going to be a really telling year for him, guys, because he has plenty of talent around him. He's done all the right things in the offseason. Salah says he's reading the offensive quickly. He knows the offense. He knows the plays like the back of his hand. And it's just going to be a really telling year for him. Like this year, I think we're going to really see what Zach Wilson can be. And he's faced so much adversity. Everybody was a new piece around him last year, from the coaching staff, all the coaches, the players weren't really gelling because they were all new together. Rookie quarterback, he didn't know what he was getting himself into really. And there was a point last year where he should have been benched. Like I really think he should have been benched. And that injury might have been the best thing for him because we saw what the offense could be with with somebody like Mike White. Like look what Mike White did. He has his jersey hanging up in Canton, Ohio for crying out loud.
I know. I know. Right. Man.
It's just so, and it was a new team, like I said. So there was going to be like we had like I'll never forget. We had a game timing manager, a time clock manager. I'm not sure the exact position of it. And like we were still, getting like delay of game calls. Like there was just like so much rookiness in that room. Everybody they had a full season to gel together. Zach Wilson did all the right things. He's going, from state to state. I'm sure he would have left the country if there was, some player, in a different country.
It'll be a vacation for him. Vacation.
Yeah. Yep. He went to Tennessee. I know he saw some country music. He's big into country music. He hung out with Corey Davis. He has his one-on-one times with a bunch of players. You see how close him and Braxton Berrios are now.
Right.
Everybody's gelling. Everybody's doing, it's one big close family. They were playing something on a Wii a couple of days ago. It was him, Braxton Berrios, and a couple other guys. They're going to each other's houses and stuff. I think Dan Feeney's been hanging out with them. Dan Feeney, not a great football player. I'd love to grab a beer with him, though. He seems like a great guy to hang out with.
Amen. Amen.
But always, it's just,
Always.
it's I remember even like during like the Rex Ryan days, I'll never forget there was that I'm sure you remember this, Gino. There was this
So
one joint practice with him and well, with the Jets and the Redskins back then, the Commanders now. And do you remember the brawl that broke out at training camp?
I saw it. I just didn't. I don't remember what happened, but I did see it.
I remember like Santonio Holmes, they were like questioning him, and then he goes, "Yeah, I was on the bottom, like where all like the good hits were." And like some
The
people
dog.
like
He's a dog.
he's a
Love
dog,
it.
like I
Love
don't
a
see this,
dog
I don't see
mentality.
that happening with this team at all. I don't see them fighting or anything. Last year there was a little squabble, and it's when everybody's so passionate and everything. Some people like the fights, but I don't like players fighting together, man. Like we're brothers. Like we need to be on the same page. We need to just put your head down and work. We don't need any outside drama. Everybody, like Stephen A. Everybody's already counting us out. Everybody's already um they're just waiting for a negative article to come out about the Jets. Like no need to give anybody any negative takes.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I've been
Exactly.
proud of this team. There's literally no drama. Like all the rookies have all signed their contracts already. There's no drama with that, hanging out until training camp, and there's nobody like a Marcus May where like he doesn't want to be franchise tagged and his agent's going after Joe Douglas and everything. There's none of that, man. Like this team seems like they're all on the same page. They're one cohesive unit, and they just want to work. They just want to put their head down and prove all the haters wrong, I think.
And that's what you need from a team, especially in a situation like us. It's very
Right,
do. It's very doable to get down. To get down about
right,
this team, get down what's going on in trade camp, to just be down about the situation in general. But I'm very proud as a fan that we are still hanging in there and hanging with our team because it easily do that.
right,
But
right.
overall, just want to recap. We talked about Becton, talked about OTAs, and then we talked about Zach Wilson a little bit, where the direction is going. I just want to give a shout out again to Truman. Thank you so much for commenting on live as well.
He
But
left us
yeah,
another comment. God willing, going to my first New York Jets game versus Miami, October 9th. Super amped and can't wait to see Carl Lawson this season be a junkyard dog. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
we need it. We need
Good
it. I'm
job,
excited about
Truman.
Lawson, man. Excited.
Truman, if you're going to the game, like let us know. I might be able to make the
Yeah.
Miami game. That Miami game is going to be special at home because there's a lot of nonsense going on Twitter about Miami's like going at the Jets fans saying that Tua, who can't throw more than like a 20-yard pass, is better than Zach Wilson, and that they're going to take over MetLife. So I'm urging all Jets fans, if you can make it October 9th, go, be at the home game against Miami and let's just shut the Miami fans up. I can't stand the Miami fans.
Amen. Amen. And
And
especially
it's
what
just,
happened with Hill. I'm
oh,
happy we didn't get him.
absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
so, guys,
You know how
follow
fun
us
that would
on
have been?
everything NYJ. Follow us everything NYJ on Instagram. And then Gino Antonio Pagano on Facebook. And then on Twitter, everything NYJ. We do podcast every Wednesday night. Every Wednesday night, 8:30 Pacific, and then 9:30 Eastern. And we just appreciate you guys.
Yeah, man, definitely hit us up on social media. We're always active. We're always posting, fun stuff on social media. Come chit chat with us. Love the interaction with the fans. If you guys haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Keep getting those subscription numbers up. I can't even talk tonight. Like the video, man. Just get us around. Just we're just here for the fans, man. And actually, Gino, we were talking about eventually we're gonna start bringing a couple people on as guests.
Right.
That's something that we're really interested in. If you guys are interested on coming onto the show, definitely hit us up and we'll try to get you on. We're pretty flexible. If a Wednesday night for whatever reason doesn't work, maybe we could squeeze you on a couple other nights. I work two jobs, so it is a little difficult for me every now and then, but I'll try to make the time for you guys. And Gino's pretty flexible as well.
Yeah.
Um, we just want to talk to all you guys, man. We're all fans here, man. That's really what it comes down to. And so thank you guys for that. Gino, anything else you want to mention before you go, or?
It's going to be a great season. I can feel
Absolutely.
it. All right, guys. Catch you later.
All right, man.
Hit us up on the socials.
Yep. Have a good night. And Gino, let's go. J E T
Jets,
S
Jets,
Jets
Jets, Jets.
Jets Jets. I got screwed up a little bit. It's all right. It's all in good fun. We all have the green and white in our heart. All right, man. It's been real. Thank you guys for watching. Liam Johnson, Gino Pagano. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.